Well, that was dumb. Well, I think I told you a while back that I couldn't find one of these American Gold Eagle quarters. Well, I found it right where I left it. I have these go kits, so like bags or boxes of stuff, and I've had them for a long time. And before you think that I'm a prepper or anything like that, I put these together primarily because I spend a fair amount of time in the mountains, or at least I used to. So I put these kits together, all of the things that I would want and potentially need. Like maybe the car goes off the road and I need a few things. Like I don't have to have sporks with me when I go into the mountains, but I do like to have them if I'm going out on the trails or something. But these kits and bags have kind of turned into something a little bit more like bug out bags over the years. And I have stuff in them that would be what you'd consider emergency supplies. And I've always had silver in them. And probably the big reason that I've had silver in them is because as I've researched knives or whatever it is that I have in these kits, the forums that I've used have had this kind of crossover obsession with silver, and it gets into that prepping community, and you have to have all this silver, and to a certain extent, you have to have all this gold. Well, I got bit pretty hard by the silver bug and the gold bug, and it really started to become like a dovetail obsession as I was looking at LED flashlights and lanterns and sleeping bags and knives. I got pretty caught up in silver and gold, and I was trading for this already in paper form, and just kind of was a natural progression. So as I was putting together these kits, I'll have like bug out bags or a 3-day kit or a 7-day kit. I really have them compartmentalized into these. Normally, they're just kind of set up where I can grab them quick. If I'm going to run to the mountains, I can grab them, throw them in the car, not have to think about them. They're there in case I need something in them. I have other kits that I might want to take on the trails with me. They're going to have other things in them, maybe first aid kits, things like that. And then I have kind of longer use bags where maybe if there was some kind of emergency where I had to throw it in the car and head out of town for a little bit. And that's not like it's not like a prep thing. It's not like zombies are coming, even though I joke around about that. It's just kind of emergency prep. And for whatever reason, silver coins just kind of turned into one more item that I would have in these kits. And I had them spread out all over the place. And as I started to dial in these bags and really have kind of more important stuff in them, I started to put gold in them. Now, just for the record, don't try to break into my house. It's all my gold is in safes. It's spread out all over the place. But I do have a couple kits where I've got a little bit of gold or a little bit of silver in them. And again, these would be just in case I wanted to throw something in. If there was a storm and I got stuck somewhere for a month, I'd be fine. But as the amount of gold and silver that I had just started to accumulate into more and more, I was putting more into these kits. And it actually got to the point where I had a couple kits where I had, 3 1-ounce coins dropped in them. And that's not to say that I just had them in one of these plain old boxes just kind of sitting on the shelf, but I had them, and in my head it made perfect sense that if I needed this, if I needed a kit, I should have a little bit of cash in there, and then also some silver and also some gold. And because it was a gradual thing, it took me a little while to realize that it really didn't make sense the way that I had, so much cash or so much silver and gold stocked into these things. So I started consolidating things a few years ago. Now I did have a few kits that still had some silver in them, and as I was going through, I think I've mentioned that I sold some silver at $30. Actually, I traded it for gold, and one of my trades was 10. Let's see, it must have been 20 silver. I think they were ASCs. I think that one might have been 10 ASCs, 10 maple leafs. Traded them for a 1/4 ounce of gold. Grabbed that gold coin, put it in the same kit that I took the silver coins out of, and then totally lost it. I mean, it's just dumb stuff like that. So as I was putting my pack together for a trip coming up, I'm going back to the mountains. I I remembered where I'd put that quarter-ounce American Gold Eagle, and it just has me thinking that that whole way of thinking probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If I get stranded somewhere, and I keep saying me, I've got a family, so it's never going to be just me, but yeah, maybe once in a while. If I do, these quarter-ounce gold eagles or a pile of silver eagles probably aren't going to do me a whole lot of good. It's not like I'm going to be bartering for food. The type of emergency that I'm buying gold for is going to be a much bigger thing. So like maybe there's a pandemic or something that's going to affect the economy for years. That's where gold comes into play for me. So now I still see those forum posts, and I still see some pretty popular YouTube channels around here talking about silver like it's going to be used for bartering. And we're only a little ways off because there's this great dollar reset coming, and the dollar is going to go to zero, and the only thing we're going to be able to use are these old constitutional silver coins, and it seems a little crazy, honestly. Now I don't mean to put down anybody's ideas or thoughts of where things might go, but personally, I don't think I'm ever going to be using silver coins to buy bread. As you might have picked up from some of the things that I've said, I also have a lot of these emergency supplies already anyway. So if something did happen like that, if you could only barter for silver, I would have those things you'd be bartering for. So I wonder a little bit about why I was buying that silver in the first place, and I'm back to the idea that it's more of an investment, and because of that, I prefer gold. I've said that. That's no surprise. I'm going to continue buying gold, and I don't know if I'm going to start buying silver again. I've gone in a couple times thinking, if it hits $22 or goes below that, I will grab some more. But I don't see myself ever using silver or gold transactionally, like in a one-off purchase. And it's kind of changed my strategy on what I'm buying and what my goals are, whether or not I'm open to selling silver or, I guess, trading silver for gold. It's like it's a responsible grown-up thing for me now, like an insurance policy or something against like economic calamity. And I don't know, maybe adults don't buy silver for fun, you tell me. Because I always really liked buying silver, and maybe I just need to find a new format that I like. I think when I was buying those 10-ounce generic bars, maybe it sucked some of the fun out of it. And I wonder a little bit why everybody's buying it. I mean, are you buying it because you're a prepper? Are you buying it because you're a hobbyist? Is it something that you see as a savings? Is it something that maybe you're buying, to ultimately convert into gold? I'm curious. Because as I get older and my kids get older, I feel like the scale of what I need to be saving for just gets bigger and bigger, and that's where gold kind of comes into play. And my goals for this stuff, it's not 3 ounces anymore. It's it's closer to 100 ounces. So grown-up stuff, right? Anyway, I think what got me started thinking about this is remembering where I put that American Gold Eagle. I found it. I found the kit that I had it in. I don't know if any of that thinking makes any sense anymore. I thought it might be fun to post. And if you're curious what else I might have had on that Plano box, just kind of sitting on the shelf, I'll do a quick unboxing. Just stick around until the end. All right, so here it is. No real particular purpose for this one. So shemagh, of course, some cables, lantern, what's this? Space blanket, some cards, blue back, red back cards. That's where I lost my coin. Torch, sporks, Zippo, flashlight. That's the juice pack, knife. Basic stuff every grown adult should have. All right, I hope you stuck with this one. Kind of a weird one. It's the weekend, so I can do that. Make sure you like this post and have a fantastic day.